Today, I'm sharing my 5-step fearless action framework, the practical bridge between permission to be imperfect and intellectually taking bold, imperfect action. Number 1, fear reframing. Transform how you interpret fear's presence. Most of us have been taught to view fear as a warning to stop or retreat. This step is about reinterpreting fear as simply information or even excitement, a natural companion to growing rather than a signal to desist. I've witnessed this reframing transform lives. One woman had avoided public speaking for decades due to intense anxiety. Through this work, she began to view her racing heart and shallow breathing not as an evidence of impending disaster, but as her body's way of preparing for something important. This subtle shift allowed her to move forward despite any physical sensation of fear. Imperfect action sizing, calibrating actions to bypass perfectionism trigger. When actions feel weighty or consequential, perfectionism naturally activates. This step is about deliberately designing action so small that they fly under the radar of your perfectionism. A few friends and I practice ridiculous minimums, actions so tiny that they almost seem laughable. One woman who had been paralyzed about starting a blog committed to writing just 3 sentences a day. Another who wanted to learn painting but was intimidated by blank canvases began simply mixing colors for 5 minutes with no pressures to create anything. These micro actions created momentum that larger commitments never could. Focus shifting, moving attention from one outcome to processes. Perfectionism fixates on results and judgments. This step is about redirecting focus to the experience of action itself, the learning, the discovery, the presence, rather than the evaluation. I've observed this shift create profound freedom. One woman who had avoided dating after divorce because she feared getting it wrong again began focusing on simply being curious about each interaction rather than assessing its success. This process orientation allowed her to engage authentically without the paralysis of outcome fixation. Evidence collection, gathering proof of the value of imperfect action. Our brains are wired to remember failures more vividly than successes. And I know I'm not the only woman who experiences this vivid replay on loop track. This step is about deliberately documenting the rewards of action despite imperfection to counter this negativity bias. Maintain evidence journals where you record instances when imperfect actions lead to positive outcomes. Connections made, lesson learned, unexpected doors open, joy experienced. This growing body of personal evidence gradually rewires relationship with imperfection. Resilience rituals, developing practices that support recovery from inevitable setbacks.